East African nations have approved a 5,500-strong military force for war on South Sudan in a bid to end weeks of fighting that has devastated the young nation. As according to Kenya's Foreign Minister Peninah Mohamed, who spoke on Wednesday, Uganda, a member of the regional bloc IGAD, has already sent troops to South Sudan, but details are unclear on which other countries will deploy into South Sudan. Well, for more analysis on the situation now, we're joined here in studio by Mbijiwe Mwenda. He is a security expert and trainer with the Ion Security, a private security company firm here in Kenya. Thanks for joining us. And also we crossed live to Juba, where we're joined by Ateni, President Salva Kiir's spokesperson. Thank you, Ateni, for joining us. And let me begin with you. Why does South Sudan need extra troops now? And what is the role being played by Uganda in the conflict? Well, I'm afraid I'm told we have lost Ateni. Ateni will try and reconnect with him. But let me come to you, Mwenda. So IGAD, like I mentioned earlier, has actually approved a deployment of troops into South Sudan. What impact is this decision likely to have on the efforts to resolve the conflict there?
I'm glad that IGAD has done what it should have done on the very day the conflict broke out in Juba. They should be able to get out there and bring order and stop the fighting. The effect that this is going to have is going to force the both teams, especially the rebels, to come to the table and negotiate. Because what we realize now is Machar has refused to negotiate. He is already stuck to his terms and conditions of negotiation. And so sending the troops in will give him a strong message that we need you to negotiate. And if you don't negotiate, we will fight you. If we don't, we will finish fighting you by killing you. Now, that's a very strong message. Right.
But let's look at the South Sudanese military. How capable is it, or does it need extra assistance?
South Sudanese forces, though they are experienced in war, they've been fighting for the last 30 years for the independence of their nation. It's one fighting force that still needs a lot of professionalism. They need to be supported logistically. Remember, the country is still, they still don't have roads, they don't have Air Force bases in case they need fighter jets. So they need a superior force, and IGAD nations have agreed to provide that. I'm glad they have before we see the same crisis, because today we're trying to fix the problem in Somalia 22 years after it first started. If we don't fix the problem in South Sudan, who knows how long it may take to fix it, and it may be too late to try to fix it.
But is a military solution really the solution to the conflict in South Sudan?
Let me tell you, the rebels and their leader Machar started the wrong way. When they took the guns, then they said the only way to fix us will be to use the guns. I wrote an article recently that appeared in a local daily that I said IGAD need to put their guns where their mouths are. It's useless to negotiate in Addis Ababa when people are still fighting, even when we are trying to negotiate. The terms, the conditions to going to the negotiation table should be a cessation of all hostilities. If there are people fighting out there, we shouldn't waste our time in Addis Ababa. We should go out there and stop the killers, stop them with what they understand, which is the power of the gun. And after they cool down, now we can go and negotiate. Until that happens, I support IGAD, and I even feel IGAD is late. We are late that all these people had to die and hundreds more displaced from their homes. We should have been in Juba the first shot that rang in the air. We should have been the team responding. And I hailed the Ugandan president for doing what other IGAD leaders should have done.
But then again, he's been criticized by countries such as Sudan or Ethiopia, or at least they're a bit uncomfortable with that decision.
Absolutely. In this world, there are people who have indulged themselves in the doctrine of political correctness. They care about if they are right. They don't care whether they do the right thing. I really don't care if anyone feels. For me, it is right to protect life. You can go and say anything you want to say about me, as long as I support and protect life. These women, hundreds of women are being raped every day as we talk. Right now as we talk, some women are undergoing these tortures. Hey, please, excuse me. The president of Uganda did what strong leaders do. Send in support, stop the hostilities, then let's negotiate. It's all a waste of time to try and talk with mad people. The only language a mad people understands is the same language he speaks, and that's what we should speak to them.
All right, let's leave it there for now. Thanks very much. That's Mbijiwe Mwenda, security expert and trainer with the Ion Security. That's a security firm here in Kenya.